Hey everybody, it's Lee from Prana Yoga and Fitness. Coming to you live from my neighborhood. I'm with my friend Andrew Morose. He's my neighbor. And I'm sure you can tell that we're right in front of the Ukrainian flag. And Andrew is going to relay some information to us as a little yoga community. And we're going to hear his story and try to figure out how we can help this situation, this dire situation over in the Ukraine. So Andrew, what is your personal connection to the Ukraine?
Lee, thanks for this opportunity to be a part of your yoga community. I'm so glad to hear that people here care. I was born in the country of Ukraine in 1986. It was still a part of the Soviet Union at the time, but we watched Ukraine become independent from the Soviet Union, and we watched it begin to flourish as an independent nation. So not only was I born in Ukraine and spent a significant part of my childhood there, I still have family in Ukraine. I have friends in Ukraine. I have aunts, cousins, second cousins, ministry partners of our church in Ukraine. So there are many relationships that I'm personally connected to.
So Andrew, I know you work with and for Gospel Community Church here in Lynchburg. What kind of ministries? I know it's going to be difficult to do those ministries now, but what had you been doing there for the Ukrainian people?
So before this war that has totally shut down the nation of Ukraine, there were many different opportunities to be involved in Ukraine, because Ukraine as a free nation was open to religious and development work, and a lot of work was being done. Specifically, our church, Gospel Community Church, which is located in Rivermont and at the College Hill community, Gospel Community was a part of a special needs camp with a church in Kiev, Ukraine, called Transformation Church. Transformation Church had an incredible outreach to individuals with special needs. These were people that were often neglected by society, but we were able to come alongside of them and to help support and sponsor a yearly summer camp. Unfortunately, the camp is not going to be able to take place this summer, but also what's exceedingly challenging is that most individuals who are affected by disabilities, they can't just leave the country. They don't have the same opportunities to get on a train or get on a bus or even get in a car and leave. And so many of them are still remaining in the country, and Transformation Church is actively serving these people. They're checking in on these people. They're following up with these people. So we're shifting our efforts from supporting the summer camp to helping invest in the relief efforts of Transformation Church.
That is an incredible outreach. It's unfortunate that that's not happening right now. And you know, a lot of our yoga community feel a little helpless here, that we really don't know how we can help. How can we best help your efforts over there in the Ukraine?
So one of the easiest and best ways for all of us collectively to be involved in helping the people of Ukraine is funding their efforts right now. Gospel Community Church is establishing a fund where 100% of the money that is collected is going directly to individuals and organizations that are serving in Ukraine and that are also serving on the border, these refugee communities. And so you can support Gospel Community Church. You can also give directly to relief organizations like World Help and World Vision and Samaritan's Purse. All three of those organizations are actively serving refugees. Samaritan's Purse is setting up a field hospital to serve those who are affected by the war. So there are both personal efforts through our church, where the money is going directly to individuals that I know, that I've worked with, that I've looked them in the eyes. And then there are greater efforts through these other nonprofit organizations that we can be a part of. Right now, the majority of the work is relief work. Later, I think there'll be a lot of rebuilding physically, rebuilding emotionally, rebuilding spiritually. But we can all rally right now to help fund and support the efforts of the people on the ground.
All right. Thank you, Andrew. I really appreciate you relaying that story. That's just incredible. I know a lot of us here in Lynchburg are just kind of sitting on our hands, waiting for something to do and trying to figure out who we're going to help. Well, there you go, Prana. We've got Andrew's church, Gospel Community Church, who's going to be sending funds directly to people that they know and they're working with. So you know you've got a direct link, a direct connection with where those funds are going, as well as the other larger organizations that are also trying to help out in this really bad situation. So here's your opportunity. Here's your calling. So it's time for you to get off and get into the game here, Prana, okay? So thanks again, Andrew.
Yeah, Lee, thank you. And Prana, I've had the chance to be a part of the studio in the past, and it encouraged my soul and my body. And so thank you for partnering with us to help serve the people of Ukraine and be an advocate, continue to be an advocate for those that are suffering right now. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.